As Josh mentioned, I'm the CEO and co-founder of SpringFour, and just to give you a little insight into who I am and why I'm doing the work that I'm doing, I've spent my entire career working in affordable housing, community reinvestment, building partnerships between nonprofits and financial institutions. I also worked as a community organizer, and I grew up in a low-income household. So I know and understand how important it can be to be able to connect to outside resources, community resources that can help you when times are tight. So a little bit about SpringFour. We are a social impact fintech company. We are a certified B organization. There's about 2,200 companies worldwide that have received the certified B designation. It means that we adhere to higher social and environmental standards for our company. And we're super proud of that designation because it says to our customers and to the world that social impact is part of our mission. What we do at SpringFour is we work primarily in the financial services industry to connect their customers, their borrowers, to on-the-ground nonprofit and government resources that help address financial health. So anything, we make referrals in over 30 different categories, so anything from help with employment resources if a borrower finds themselves out of work or underemployed, help connecting to utility assistance payment programs, financial counseling, childcare resources, helping people reduce the amount of money they're spending on healthcare. So if you think about a person's household budget and all of the things that go into it, we're trying to reduce their household expenses, increase their cash flow so they have the opportunity to get caught up on their bills, pay, and save again. We offer our resources in 360 cities across the country and growing, and as I mentioned, in 30 different spending categories. And I'm super proud to say that major financial institutions, both large and small, use our products every day. US Bank, BMO Harris, we just started working with PNC. We also work with small dollar lenders like Opportune and LendUp, and lots of different nonprofits use us across the country as well to connect their borrowers to these resources. And when they're able to do that, people get back on track with their repayments. Our bank customers save millions in servicing costs. It's better for their brand, and it's a true win-win for everyone involved. So I'm here today to tell you how we have turned our customers into our secret sales force. So I think something that we've done really good, because we don't have a large marketing budget, we don't have a large marketing team, we rely on our current customers to help introduce us to other organizations that can benefit from the SpringFour services. So a couple of years ago, we landed US Bank as our customer. This was really big for our company. Everybody knows US Bank. They have a huge loan portfolio. They're well regarded as a good financial institution. And the reason we landed US Bank as our customer was because our contact there came from another institution who had been using SpringFour. He knew the value that it brought to his organization. He knew the value that it brought to him as a leader. And so when he got to US Bank, he gave us a call and said, hey, I'm at US Bank. I want to bring SpringFour in here, which was super exciting for us. So he knew the product. He knew the value that it was bringing. So once we started working with US Bank, we knew that this was a huge opportunity for our company. And so we worked with our person there to measure the impact, show the results throughout his company, and then spread the word within the industry about the impact that they were having due to SpringFour. He was willing to share the results, which was super key. It's interesting, in the area that we work in, I wonder, sometimes in the past we found that clients don't really like to talk about the work that they're doing, even though it's super good. And I think that goes to, we typically interface a lot with collections and loss mitigation or loan servicing. So I think they're not used to doing good in the work that they're doing. So it's taken some education and some influence on our part to get them to be willing to share their results. So this all culminated in our partnership with US Bank being recognized in 2017 through the BAI Global Innovation Awards. So Global Innovation Awards. So it was super exciting. We were on the stage with brands from all over the globe. While we didn't win the award, it didn't matter. We were nominated, we were a finalist, we got a lot of attention for that, and that helped put our company on the map for other financial institutions that could benefit from our product. So how exactly did we do this? I tried to outline the steps that I think really made us successful in this. And I think the first thing is that to be authentic and to make it personal. So we really got to know Scott at US Bank, who again was very instrumental in the growth of our company. And secondly, ask for what you need. I think it took me way too long to understand this and to do it, but I think if you're developing and cultivating these relationships, you can be transparent, you can be honest, you can say what you need. We're a small company partnering with a major organization like US Bank. I and my team, we needed to, let them know this is what we need. We need you to measure results. We need you to share the results. We need you to talk about what you're seeing as a result of SpringFour, because, like Liz mentioned, like getting your clients to talk about it is so much more impactful than me as a vendor talking about it. Although, number 3, perfect segue, vendor versus partner. I hate the term vendor, and I think that really comes from my background as always working to create these partnerships between nonprofits and banks. I do not see our company as being a vendor. Yes, we are a vendor. We have to go through vendor compliance and procurement, but we always want to be the partner. We're always going above and beyond for our clients to really show them that we're in this as your partner and we're going to help you be successful. The next step was to be able to document the success and the impact that we were having. And so we were able to work with US Bank to do a case study, and it was really the first time we did a case study. And we still, to this day, it's a couple years old now, but we use that case study over and over again. We use it in conversations, we send it off to any of our prospects. Prospects ask us for case studies, so very influential in our growth. And then, help our customer be a hero. So this goes back to what I was talking about a little bit earlier, collections and loss mitigation. I mean, there's not a lot of positive stories coming out of loan servicing and collections. And so we wanted to be part of helping that bank, that individual, the SVP of collections and loss mitigation be a hero, and going after some awards along with our clients has helped them be a hero. It's helped be a differentiator for them within the institution, but then also for the bank itself. We also really work hard to show the SpringFour differentiator. I think that our clients appreciate and are excited by what SpringFour brings to them. So, they like the fact that we're a certified B social impact vendor. We do things differently than maybe some of our other, we have a little bit of competition, and one of our differentiators is our data team. So I mentioned that we have over 12,000 resources spread across 360 cities in the US. How do we do that? Well, we actually employ a professional data team. So everyone on our data team has a background in community development and nonprofits, and we're not scraping the internet for these resources. We are doing the legwork, the footwork. We are interviewing the organizations, so only nonprofit and government resources are listed in the SpringFour platform, and so we're assessing them on quality, the impact that they're able to create, reputation, do they have the funding, their capacity to assist. And so when you're working with banks, they're very reputation minded. So they're making referrals, they're using our data and our platform to do so. They have to be certain that who we're referring their clients to is the top-notch, best of the best. And so we are able to do that through the use of our professional data team, and then we've built a proprietary data integrity portal and process that allows us to do that. And then the other way that we've been able to differentiate ourselves is that, we are a fintech, but I think that primarily or historically, fintechs have been known as wanting to displace the banks, to take over, to do what the banks are doing and do it better. But from day one, we always sought to be the partner with the banks to bring a value add to their offerings, to help them do their jobs better. And so our clients really respond to that. So where are we today? As a result of all of these things, we've really been able to cultivate and craft strong testimonials from major players within the financial institution, and these have been super helpful. I think every single time we talk with a new client or do a demo, they ask, what other banks are you working with? Who can we talk to? What are they saying about you? And that, as you can't put money on that, it's super helpful for us. The white papers, the case studies, we have a few of those now, and they've been extremely helpful, not only in just showing that we are capable of working with these large brands, but our white papers or case studies show that when a bank employs SpringFour, we're able to increase their repayment rates, increase their borrowers' participation in loan modifications or foreclosure workout plans, and when we do this, the bank saves millions in servicing costs. So it's helping the customer, but it's also helping the bank save a lot of money, and of course they're very interested in that. And then not only that, but we've been able to survey and get at that when a bank uses SpringFour, their customers feel better about their brand. We've seen NPS scores double as a result of SpringFour. And so we're using those studies to get that information out there. And because we've been busy cultivating these relationships with our bank partners, they have, in essence, become our sales force. As I said, we have a very grassroots marketing approach, so we're relying on our bank partners to help introduce us to our next bank partner. And it's a pretty peer-oriented, tight crowd, and so they will introduce us to our potential new clients. In fact, I just got back last week from the Lend It conference in San Francisco, and I was there along with BMO Harris, who is one of our partners, and they were introducing us to everyone, talking about us on their panel, and so that is so much more helpful than me trying to do that on my own. And since all of this has happened, we've really grown. We have brought on additional bank partners. Our pipeline right now is super strong with a lot of additional top 10 banks. So I think by the end of the year, we're going to close several more. That might seem small for those of you that are in like the consumer space, but we're B2B and banks are so slow. So slow. So, I mean, signing 4 banks in 1 year is amazing. And then we have repeat customers. So we have a very high customer retention rate. Our product is sort of sticky. And then when they get it, I mean, they're not going to stop using SpringFour. They're saving money, they're helping their customers, and they're improving their brand. So, and then since we added US Bank, our revenue has doubled. So that's always a good thing. So, but I do want to also mention revenue, doubling your revenue is super nice, but we're able to scale and create large impact because as we bring on these big clients, they have huge portfolios of consumers across the country. Half of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. And so when we add a big bank like PNC or US Bank, the ability for us to impact people's financial lives all across the country is huge. And so we're super excited that every time we grow and add a new client, we're helping more people. Thank you.